How should I ask my customer to take a test drive? How would you ask Omar to take a test drive?
All right, Curtis, well, go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. I'll hop in the passenger seat. Let's take a around the block real quick, make sure it fits all your wants and needs.
Would that sentence end with a period or a question mark?
Period.
That's a period. Okay? You don't ask. If you ask, you're asking for a no. That's what you're going to get every time. It's human nature to decline things. Okay? That's why if I ask for water, I know 99% of the time they're going to decline me. It's in our nature. Okay? If I ask you, what do you want for your birthday? Don't give me nothing. I'm good. You don't have to get me anything. That's okay. No, I want to have a party or something. No, don't do that. Don't. It's our nature to decline things. So if I say, hey, would you like to test drive it? No, that's okay. I don't need to drive it. All new cars drive the same. My buddy's got one. I've ridden in it. Right or not? Right. Don't ask. Hey, do me a favor. Again, if you tell them what to do with authority, they're going to listen because they look at us as a person of authority in this profession. Okay? Do me a favor. Hop in the driver's seat. I'll go around to the passenger side. We're going to take it for a quick drive. I want you to see how it feels. And they're going to do what they're told. Okay? That sounds a little bit cruel to say it like that, but that's really what they want. They want a professional. Okay? So I'm going to let them know what's going to happen next. I could even work on some setups. And I can say, Omar, I want you to pay attention to something. While I'm doing my demo, while I'm selling the vehicle, I want you to pay attention to something. Although this has only got a 4-cylinder, the power to getting out of these 4-cylinders today is amazing. There's more power in this than my dad's old school Chevelle that we thought was a muscle car back in the day. So when we take this out for the drive, I want you to pay attention to how quickly this car accelerates, which is important because how many times have you ever been stuck at the bottom of that light at the end of the freeway and you got about 60 feet to get up to speed and there's a diesel right beside you? Is your braking power going to help you right now, or do you need to get the hell out of the way? I want you to pay attention to how quickly this thing accelerates. It's going to blow you away. Okay? Do I need to ask him for a test drive? No. Is he excited to take a test drive? Yes. Do you think he's going to put his foot a little bit in it? Yes. And when he puts his foot in a little bit, what am I doing right now? I'm firing those emotions again, right? All the little tricks, guys. All the little tricks and all the little reasons why each one of these are important, okay? But demo has to be part of the deal. Why would anybody not want to demo a car? They do not want to get emotion attached to the car. And every now and then somebody will tell you the truth and they'll say, Matt, I don't want to buy it because if I buy it, I don't want to drive it because if I drive it, I know I'm going to buy it, right? The others will tell you, I don't need to drive it. All new cars drive the same. And what that guy is telling you is I wanted to go negotiate the car deal without any emotion involved. That's what they're telling you. I want to negotiate on my terms, not your terms. I don't want to get emotion attached to this car, okay? Or they'll say, if I can't get down to the payment, then there's no point in driving it because if I can't get to the payment, I'm not going to buy it anyway, right? Same thing. I don't want to negotiate without any emotion, right? Or, Omar, I don't have a whole lot of time to drive it right now. Can we just go inside and see what the numbers look like? Right? How am I going to handle that?
Tell the story.
Acknowledge his time, boss, and you're probably not here on one of your days off, sir.
It's my experience, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. Yeah. My experience is normally one of three things. It's either if you can't get to my payment, there's no point in driving it. It's either I don't have time, or either all new cars drive the same, or I didn't drive my last car, etc. Right? All the same thing, right? They're trying to convince you why they don't need to drive the car. Right? My coworker has one. We take it to lunch every day. I ride in it every day. I didn't drive my last car when I bought it. All new. It's on the warranty. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right? All the same thing. Those are going to be third party, okay? So you guys need to write this down. If it's payment or time, I'm going to boomerang this right back to them. Somebody help me out with boomerang. B-O-O-M-E-R. Is that right? Damn. I'm going to boomerang it back with a customer benefit, okay? I want you guys to listen to this and try to write it down as much of this as you can. If they tell me, Curtis, I don't have a whole lot of time, can we just go inside and work the payment? I'm going to use time as my customer benefit, and I'm going to boomerang it right back to them. Okay? I'm saying, Sean, last thing I want to do is go inside, spend 30 to 45 minutes working out the numbers. Then when we come back and drive the car, you not like the way the car drives, and now I've just wasted an hour of your time when it only takes 2 minutes to take it around the block. Let me go grab the keys and let's make sure it's even worth your time. Is that fair enough? You see how he did that? Their words.
Can you repeat that, please? I like that.
You're going to use time. This is the key word. It's going to be one of three. It's either going to be payment or price, same thing. Or it's going to be time, or it's going to be some type of third-party scenario where I didn't drive my last car when I bought it, or my friend has one. It's going to be some type of third-party scenario, okay? If it's time, you're going to boomerang that right back to them on why it's in their benefit, and it's going to save them time to drive it up front, okay? Curtis, I don't got a whole bunch of time, man. Can we just go inside and work numbers? I know time's important to you. The last thing I'd want to do is go inside, spend 30, 45 minutes negotiating a car deal for you. Then we come out and drive it and you not like the way it drives, and now I've wasted an hour of your time when it only takes 2 minutes to take it around the block. Let me go grab the keys and let's make sure it's even worth your time. Is that fair enough? And how do I move forward?
Sound fair?
Fair enough. All I need him to do is say yes, and I move forward. I don't bring it up again. When he says yes, that's fair enough. He's agreed to everything. That makes sense? I'm bridging, which bridging is another word for just pacifying, putting off, kicking the can down the road, okay? And I'm moving forward. I'm going to get to your concern, but first let's do this. But if I don't find a way to make it a customer benefit, they're not going to agree to it. They will only agree what they think is in their benefit. So if time is what he's telling me his issue is, then I need to make time his benefit. Does that make sense, guys? You have to practice this if you want to get good at it. Okay? Nobody ever stopped me from taking a test drive. It doesn't matter which one they threw at me. Hey, Curtis, I don't need to drive it. If we can't get to the payment, there's no point in driving it. I completely understand. Let me ask you this, Ozzy. If we go inside and we work this deal out and I get the payments to 110% of your satisfaction, and then we drive the car, you don't like the way the car drives, would you still buy it just because I got your payment?
No.
Of course you wouldn't. Let me go grab the keys. Let's take it around the block. Let's make sure it's even worth making a payment on. Is that fair enough?
Sure.
Well, my key word again, what?
Fair.
How am I using customer benefit? Let's make sure it's even worth making a payment on. Why are we going to go and decide and talk about a payment on something you don't even know if you like the car? If I get to your exact payment and the car drives like shit, can I make you buy it just because I got your payment? I wouldn't expect you to buy it if you don't like the car. That would be foolish. Let's take it around the block real quick and let's make sure it's even worth making the payment on. Fair enough? Does that make sense? Guys, they should never stop you from demoing a car. Okay? And I go to a third party. They say, I don't need to drive a car because all new cars drive the exact same. I don't need to drive a car. I completely understand that. Just a month ago, I had a lady tell me the exact same thing. I sold her the car. She actually owned the same car, but it was the previous body style. I sold her a new car. 2 weeks later, she came back. It's killing her back. She goes, Curtis, I can't be in it more than 15 minutes. Something's different on this car. Unfortunately, in the state of California, there's no cooling off period. I couldn't do anything to help this lady. I promised I would never do that to another customer again. Let's take it around the block and let's make sure it's the perfect car for you. Is that fair enough? I'm going to use the third-party experience, but I'm still going to push forward. Make sense? But do not let them stop you from taking a demo. Because what's the most important step after